Welcome back to another episode of It's All Clutter with Jess Marcy. I'm Jess Marcy. I'm a clutter coach. And on this podcast, we tackle all of the different types of clutter in your life, including why your January goals might have been difficult to achieve. I'm so excited that you're here for me. It's the beginning of February. This January was actually the first full 31 days that I was able to accomplish my goals. I have been really examining what worked, what hasn't worked in the past, and because we have been diving into habits and goals in all of our programs and communities, I've been listening and hearing from you, and I have a lot of insight that I want to share. I think after January is over this year, I now believe that January is an absolutely horrible year to start tackling new goals, to set your resolutions and try to have 1 month where you hit them. And here's why. One of the things, so this past January, the last 31 days, I have successfully had 0 sugar and 0 alcohol and 0 grains, like no grains. So I'm doing a cleanse. I'm working with a coach. The accountability to the one-on-one coach is really, really helping. But here's the thing is that I started this process actually in the middle of November. It's not like I woke up on January 1st and thought, okay, that's it, time to hit the ground running. I actually laid a lot of groundwork for the work that I'm doing right now, starting in mid-November. And that's one of the reasons that this was a successful month for me. What I've learned through this process is that we have to have when we make changes, our nervous system has to be on board. So to go from a month that is full of many external stresses, we're eating a lot of food that's not great for us. We are super busy and tired. Tiredness is such a big stressor in our life. We are interacting in social situations with people that we may not normally interact with, or with our family, or just we're seeing people that it might be stressful. It might be awesome, but it could also be stressful. We're coming out of this holiday season with stress levels at an all-time high, like a yearly high. We cycle up with stress towards the end of the year. If we want to effectively tackle our goals, it really would help to not have so much stress, to not be coming out of this stressful situation, so that our nervous system isn't shocked when we start to tackle our goals. It's like January 1st, the light turns on, and that's it. We just go from, darkness to light, or light to darkness. It's too black and white. There's no transition period whatsoever. There's no ability for our bodies to start to re-regulate before we bring on all of this goal setting and new habits and all these different things that we want to do. January is a terrible year to start these resolutions and start tackling goals. My thought right now is, let's make February that year. That month. Let's make March that month. Give yourself a little bit of time to ease out of one season of life or season of the year into the next season. Give yourself some time to reset. Give yourself some time to sleep. The other reason that January is a really difficult year to start tackling your goals is because it's like the middle of winter. So we have less sunlight, which is not very motivating. It's cold in much of the United States. We have crazy weather that can easily derail us, and when we're not primed for when we're not primed for life, right? Life situations that come up, something like having 4 snow days in a row can throw off every goal that you have set, right? It's hard to get to the gym if you can't drive to the gym. So January is that season of being kind of inward and hibernating and really replenishing your energy stores that were depleted during November and December. And if we think that one night's rest is going to be enough to replenish our energy, we are so sorely mistaken. we have to energetically be replenished on so many different levels. It's about changing how we go through our day. It's about taking stuff off of our schedule. It's about getting our minds in the right spot for starting to tackle goals. And frankly, I just don't think there's enough time from December 31st to January 1st to accomplish all of that. So I think whatever your success was in January, whether you were successful or not, like now is a much better time to start thinking about tackling goals. And maybe even wait until March. Set yourself up for success in February. Like spend this whole entire month priming the way that you think, your mindset, the way that you feel, your energy levels, priming your body and your brain for success in March, and see the difference that makes. One thing that I started to do in mid-November in preparation for removing sugar and alcohol and grains from my diet in January was I started to increase my nutrition tremendously. I drink a green smoothie every single morning because I wanted to make sure that when I removed stuff that was not helping me, when I took that stuff out of my diet, I wasn't shocking my system. I had the nutritional resources inside of me to ease that transition. Was it super easy? Actually, yeah. I mean, it really wasn't that bad. So there's just a lot of things that we can do to prepare to make changes in our life. And I say February is the new January. Let's change the way that we think about goal setting, change our timeline just a little bit, give ourselves some grace if we spent the entire month of January recuperating from the entire month of December, and let's dive in now. Let's hit the road. What's the expression? Hit the road running, hit the ground running in February, and maybe even take February as starting to rebuild habits, starting to replenish my energy stores, and plan for March to be the month that you really, hit the ground running. When the sun starts coming out again, when our days start getting longer, when we start to feel that spark of spring, we get so much motivation to make changes. Let's use the seasonality to our advantage, stack this all up so we actually have more success next time. So if you are with me with making February or March the new January, a better time to be setting goals, a better time to be making changes in our lives, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear what your goals are. If you derailed entirely in January, no problem. Let's just start again. Re-rail. It is time to re-rail, my friends. I am thrilled to be with you for this month, helping you tackle your goals. And if you are interested in joining our programs, pop over to the website, join one of our programs, get the support that can make a tremendous amount of difference working within our communities and with our amazing, amazing coaching team. All right, subscribe to this podcast. Thank you. I will see you next week.